Hello, my name's Frances. I'm one of the tutors for Age UK Oxfordshire's Generation Games. I'm going to show you some Tai Chi that you can do at home. I'm going to do it standing. You're very welcome to do it standing or sit on a kitchen or dining chair. If you need to change from standing to seated partway through, that's fine as well. So we're going to start by gently floating the arms up and down. They only go sort of shoulder height, a little bit more, no further. I always think of this as a sheet that's being blown on the washing line. The breeze takes it up and lets it go down again. Okay. Now you can see my knees are just moving slightly. I'm letting my knees and hips soften as I go down, and they straighten a little as I come up. Take this moving a bit further now. You're going to make a T shape. It's called opening the chest. You go up and out and together and down. Up and out and together and down. Again, if your shoulders are stiff, don't force them. They should be comfortable. You can ask them to move a little bit more, but never try and force it. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Playing the rainbow. Pass a rainbow, one hand to the other. You start with it close in front of you, and if your arms and your shoulders are happy too, you take it wider. Paint the rainbow in one direction and then back to the other. And you'll find if you're standing that your weight changes from one foot to the other. So feet, I'm gently swaying from one side to the other, so it's not just the arms and shoulders moving. So weight onto my left foot and onto my right. Okay, and bring your hands back to centre, and then parting clouds, parting the clouds on the mountaintop. You can imagine a misty day. Up Snowdon, up anywhere else, somewhere that creates a memory for you. And again, it's not just the arms moving, a little dip and lift, a little dip and lift. And the next one, rolling arms. Push one hand forwards and bring it back. Push, turn it into a fist, bring it back. Forwards and back. And again, once the arms are moving, you'll find your knees want to bend slightly. And your weight is changing from one foot to the other. Okay, so next move we put one foot forwards. It's called rowing the boat. It's not a British boat. As you'll see, you push forwards with your hands open and then go down and close and bring back. Push and pull. So now we're rocking our weight forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards. And feel the oars, push them forwards, draw them back. Then bring the foot back and take your left hand, my right hand, your left hand, take it up and over, turn it over and bring it down. This is called offer the ball in front of the shoulder. So imagine that you've got a ball, take it up there, just turn round, it vanishes. Take it up there, turn over. And again, the arms doing the movement. So's the rest of your body. Your weight is going from one foot to the other. Your knees gently soften. And if you feel what's going on, you can probably feel that your bottom is actually working quite hard as you do all this swaying. And now you're going to take both arms up and try and look at where your fingers point to. It's called turn to gaze at the moon. So it takes the last exercise, just makes a little bit more of it. You can twist round perhaps a little further. You may find you're loading each leg a little bit more each time. And back to centre. And then the third one of these twisting moves is to push down across your body and back. Down and back. So again, your waist is moving and your legs are moving with the twist. So the muscles both in the front and the back of your legs and the inside and outside are all involved. Again, you may well feel your bottom is working quite hard. Next move is called hands in the cloud in horse stance. Now you're not the horse, you're riding the horse. So I'm going to do a fairly wide version, but for you, if you just want to turn your feet out a little bit and just imagine that you're seated, then that's great. I'm going to go further just to prove what we do. Now it's important that your knee points the same direction as your toe. If you find your knee wants to point forwards and your toe straight out, make it more comfortable. Make it so that the knees and the feet line up. Okay. So we're going to hold that position. I'm going to sit on our horse, put your hands up in front of you, and then you take one hand out that way and one hand out that way. So it's rather like the clouds one that we did earlier, but you do one hand at a time, and this time you stay very, very still, because if you were to lean sideways, you'd fall off your horse. And this exercise is really good for your legs and bottom, and I can tell you I'm starting to feel it already. So don't get too keen the first few. Learn what the exercise does and how it does it. Then you can take your legs wider apart if you feel able to. And I think that's quite enough of that one, isn't it? Standing back up again. The next one we're going to do is scoop from the sea. Put one foot forwards just a little bit. And you scoop down as if you're going to grab a handful of water and you throw it everywhere. Scoop down just as low as is comfortable and throw it. Keep going with that. You may find after you've done a few, you go a little bit lower. I must admit, I rather like the idea of that big pile of autumn leaves. Someone else has done all the raking up on it, and I get to pick up a handful and throw it everywhere because I haven't got to clean them up again. Okay, and we're keeping the sea theme now. Bring that foot back, take the other one forwards. Imagine you're in the sea up to your chest. Put your hands out so they're going to meet the wave that's coming towards you. And now give in to it, let it wash you up the beach. Meet the wave and let it wash you up the beach. Rocking forwards and backwards. Keep the knees soft, just slightly bent. And that's your last one of those. Come back, change the feet round again. Flying dove spreads its wings. Put your wings out, flap forwards and back. Again, rocking onto the front foot, rocking onto the back, soft and gentle. If your shoulders are getting a bit tired by now, I wouldn't be at all surprised. Keep going, we're coming towards the end of things. Got another 3 or 4 moves to do. This is a really good one. If you end up tight-shouldered, it helps get your shoulders moving a bit, helps you breathe deeper breaths. And back down. Bringing the foot back, and we're going to now do a punch where we actually straighten the arm out, and you punch forwards, twist and come back. Change hands, punch, twist and pull. Aim for the same point in front of you, and make sure when you push with the fist, you let the knee bend. Flying goose. Your arms go up and down, up and down. Now, if you're feeling brave about it, you also go on to tiptoe just a little bit. Maybe that your heels just leave the floor a fraction, or it may be as you get better at it, you can go higher and hold it for a little bit longer. So the tiptoes is an optional extra. If you can do it, you can feel really pleased with yourself. If you can't, don't worry, maybe it'll come one day. Okay, and then on to spinning the wheel. I promise you we're nearly at the end. All the way round, as high as you can, as low as you can. Again, if you've got back problems, don't try and make it go where it doesn't want to go. Change direction, go round the other way. This one always reminds me of Wheel of Fortune. Do you remember that big wheel on the telly with all the nails stuck in it and the numbers? And now one more exercise before we finish. It's called bouncing a ball with steps. And you need to try and bring up one knee and the other hand. And then you swap. And then hopefully the whole thing becomes more flowing. Okay, this always reminds me of the Thunderbird puppets. And again, rather like Flying Goose, if you're feeling really good about it, you put a little skip in. Sort of a grand finale to the sequence. Okay, let's take the skip out again. Bring the hands down. And now, take a big breath in. And bring your hands down to your centre. And again, big breath in. And let it go. Last one. And give yourself